pretty full news segment tonight. I guess my Yeti just wants to turn off all of a sudden. I wonder if that changed with the toggle on my Stream Deck. So hopefully it's all good now. So let's see what it goes like from here. It's another show. It's April the 11th. This is Disney Planning Insights Live. Let's hit the intro. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. All right, hey, I've got a microphone and everything sounds good. So welcome to Disney Planning Insights. I'm Matt. Little show that we put together about September of last year was the rebrand, but we've been doing this for about 3.5 years now. This is pretty crazy. So we started in September of 19, and we've been going steady since. Pretty awesome. So tonight we got a big show. Even though our thing looks like it's last week's show, it is not. We're going to talk a little bit about annual passes. We've got some news from Disneyland and Disney World about annual passes. We've also got some openings of some restaurants, or some expanded openings of some restaurants, I guess is more of the term I should use, because we're getting a breakfast at one of our family favorites. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into some news. And we've got a timer and we've got 15 minutes, and let's go. So the first news item is we've got a bunch of annual pass news. And the big annual pass news is that Disneyland released all 4 annual passes this morning for booking. And yeah, it is what it is. Disneyland likes us more than Disney World, I guess. So you've got all 4 of the passes. And that includes the locals pass. That includes all the magic keys. So let's see what we've got here. Queue is officially open. Wait is almost over. Magic keys. So they're pausing sales every night at 10 p.m. Pacific time. The wait time right now on the queue is 37 minutes, and new pass sales are only available. So all 4 passes, so the Imagine, the Inspire, the Believe, and the Enchant Key are all currently available for renewal only. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The Magic Key Pass availability is limited, and being in the queue does not guarantee a purchase to any Magic Key Pass. Woohoo! So yeah, so that is all the fun that we have at Disneyland. We got news that we were going to get at least the out-of-state passes for Walt Disney World here soon. I haven't seen anything on those yet. They're saying later this summer, so we'll see what later this summer actually means. Hopefully it means, well, for me, it doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot of anything, because I'm not going to get an annual pass. Because when you think about it, a Walt Disney World annual pass for an out-of-state person is $1,400. So if you take your high ticket prices, which are going to be in the $139, so let's just say $140, that's 10 tickets that you have to get. Well, we all know once you get past day 4, if you do a 10-day trip, once you get past day 4, the tickets aren't $140 anymore. So you legitimately have to take 3 4-day trips basically to get your money out of an annual pass. Now granted, the annual pass does give you discounts on food, it gives you discounts at hotels, it gives you discounts at Disney Springs and a lot of other things. But when you look at the value for the ticket portion of that, it is 10 days worth of tickets minimum if you're going for longer stays, if you're doing 7-day park tickets and that kind of stuff consecutive, the price of the ticket is low enough now that you're adding more days that you need to go to the parks to get to that pass. There are very few people that are going to reach the value of that pass out of state. Disney is trying to take some of your money on this. Just be wise to it. You know, I love going to Disney. I love taking the family to Disney. But man, there is some stuff that just is like, wow. Do your research and understand what you're getting yourself into for $1,400 per person. That's a pretty big investment for Disney. Like I said, we got some opening news on one of our favorite restaurants, Garden Grill restaurant over at Epcot. One of our favorites. You get Mickey, you get Pluto, you get Chip, and you get Dale. Awesome restaurant. They're going to be starting to serve breakfast again, and that's going to return on June the 14th. No reservation information yet, but if it's June the 14th, reservations are probably going to go here in the next week. So be sure to be checking out the Disney Food Blog or the Disney Blog page, and they will be giving you the information on when those reservations will open. If it's going to open after next Tuesday, on next Tuesday's show, we will have the reservation information for you. Garden Grill, fantastic restaurant. Love checking that place out. Rogers the Musical has an opening date now, and Rogers the Musical is going to be the Avengers musical that was kinda at the beginning of Hawkeye. So if you have watched Hawkeye, at the beginning of the show, so episode 1, season 1, there is this musical depicting the Avengers' success in New York. It's being turned into a musical. And it's going to be at the Hyperion Theater at Disney's California Adventure Park starting on June the 30th. So that's going to be pretty cool. So if you are going out there, this is going to be something that's pretty awesome out there that you can check out. D23 released it, and we got a lot of information from Scott Gustin on that. Star Wars released that the Bad Batch is coming back for a third and final season. Thank you. The way you ended season 2, we couldn't go without a season 3. This would have been like fast forward or flash forward all over again. We need closure on this show. So, Bad Batch, great animated series on Disney Plus. Definitely want to check that out. It's really, really awesome. Star Tours. Star Tours is going to get new destinations in 2024. And destinations are going to include places we haven't seen yet and characters we have yet to meet. So this was all announced at the Star Wars event over in Europe. So this is going to be for the Star Tours in Walt Disney World, in Disneyland, and in Disneyland Paris. So really cool there. Paris stuff. Ron DeSantis. Here's more of the back and forth between the state of Florida and Disney World. Ron DeSantis last week decided he wanted to post that the state will look at making you pay tolls to drive on the roads near Disney and making you pay more in hotel taxes. Who wins here, really? Do we really care who wins? I don't think any of us that are Disney fans or that go to Disney really give a flying whatever about this whole situation. Disney is trying to hold their own and may have spoke out of turn. DeSantis is trying to make waves prior to probably a 2024 presidential run. Just stand down. The only people that are really going to get hurt here are the people that you want to visit your state on a regular basis. So don't do that to your tourism industry. Festival Fantasy Parade is continuing with multiple floats missing. This has been kind of an ongoing thing at Walt Disney World where the big parade, Festival of Fantasy, has been missing multiple floats. Namely, the first float, which has multiple princesses on it, Beauty and the Beast. It also has Anna and Elsa. It's got Cinderella. So lots of princesses on it, and it hasn't been running. The other float that hasn't been running has been the Pinocchio float, and now here recently, the Tangled float has been missing. So really, in that parade, there's only 6 floats, I think, and you're missing 3 of them. So it's more like a cavalcade now with a lot of gusto. Disneyland After Dark, the throwback event. Now this is cool. You are going to get meet and greets with, and let's pull up the whole thing because the whole thing is really, really awesome. So meet and greets are going to be Main Street USA, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. In Fantasyland, you're going to have Dumbo, Pinocchio and Friends, Cinderella and Friends, Aurora and Friends, the hippo, and the ostrich from Fantasia. In Frontierland, you're going to have Peter Pan and Friends. In Critter Country, you're going to have the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. In Tomorrowland, you're going to have Mother and Father from Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress and the Tomorrowland Space Couple. Those are some pretty solid meet and greets. And Mr. Morrow from The Flight to the Moon, Alice and Friends from Alice in Wonderland, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty solid lineup for meet and greets. These After Dark events are done really well over at Land. I'd love to see more of them, and not in the sense of like a not so scary or a very merry, but more of these after hours events come to World, so that the world people can experience the same things. Good news for Disneyland Paris. Small World has been closed for a long time. It now has an opening date, and that is going to be May the 5th. So just a little bit under a month until Small World opens. So we just missed kind of the openings of those 2 big ones by about a month. We missed Big Thunder Mountain by a week and Small World by about a month. So kind of is what it is. Let's see if there's anything else new out there. Show one tweet, still available for purchase. Imagine Key and Inspire Key, the Believe Key and Enchant Key are currently available for renewal only. That was 14 minutes ago. So breakfast pricing is up for Garden Grill, $42 per adult plus tax and gratuity, $27 per child plus tax and gratuity for Garden Grill. Disney World still removing 50th anniversary decorations from the castle walls. 50th emblem is gone now, so you can see the clock again. Yeah, it just Tron Identity released today for the PC and Nintendo Switch, if you are a Tron fan. Yeah, lots of cool stuff going on. Yeah, so that's about the news. 2 minutes left. What else can we do Disney news wise? Disneyland Paris still no idea when the Magic Pass is going to go up. Any updates on the Cake Bake Shop opening? Right now, there is not. But we did get a picture from Peter with Princesses and the Mouse last week. And the picture was very, very telling. It's not really far along. I would imagine by the picture that we got, it is probably looking more like June, July for the opening. And that really kind of sucks because they were hoping like late spring to have it open. So let's see if there's anything over on Facebook that's worth anything. Paris, Easter. Quick question. Question there. It's weird. Like a tremor. Minute 16 seconds. Help cover cost Disney Park tickets, spirits with your rewards. See how. Disney Rewards Visa. No, not a lot of other questions and that kind of stuff going on. So, no, that's good. Oh, I know what that tremor is. It's probably my son dancing to a dinosaur movie in the room beside me. That would make a lot of sense. So, all right. Well, I don't have any more news. Want to say thank you to our newest subscriber, Joanne Salas. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciate it. And we've actually added 12 new subscribers this week. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're checking us out for the first time, definitely go over and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and help out the channel. Get some traction going for the channel. We very much appreciate it when you do that. And that's it for the news. The news, like I said, pretty solid news. Some channel news. Let's go over to back to the third here. Let's go. Bang. There we go. YouTube channel news. So we released the Lion King Rhythm of the Pride Lands video from Disneyland Paris last week on our channel. It is an awesome show at Disneyland Paris. If you have a chance, go check it out. Hit that like button while you're there. Very much appreciate that. We have the parade, Stars on Parade from Disneyland Paris up on the channel. And then tomorrow, we are releasing a little bit early this week, Illuminations, their nighttime spectacular. Because tonight is actually the last night that it's going to run for the 30th. They are bringing back another show, just like Magic Kingdom did with Happily Ever After. They're bringing back one of their fan favorite shows, and it's going to run the rest of the 30th, which will be through the end of September. So that's pretty cool there. If you've been up to date on what's been going on at World with the 100th, World is really pushing out the conservation stuff this month and really talking about Animal Kingdom's 25th anniversary. Next month we start getting into more of the character celebrations. So we're going to have next month is Star Wars. The month after that is Mickey and Minnie, then Pixar, and then princesses, including Anna and Elsa as queens. So lots of stuff going on at Magic Kingdom for the Disney 100 event. And then as things flip over to Epcot in September, what we're hoping for is the fireworks there. So definitely stay tuned to the channel because we are going to have, if not live streams, we are going to have releases of those fireworks very shortly after we see them, either in July or in September when we're down at the parks. Other than that, I'm going to try and work on getting up to date on the podcast stuff. I know I haven't gotten the audio only stuff over to Anchor here recently. Anchor and I are very much disagreeing since they made the move to Spotify about sponsorships and that kind of stuff. So we'll see kind of how that falls out. If you just want to listen to the show, you can do that over on YouTube. We do have it set up as a podcast on YouTube. Or you can go over to our webpage, and it goes on the scroll down here. But if you're listening, it's patmdisneytravel.wixsite.com/planning. Again, that's patmdisneytravel.wixsite.com/planning. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I've got for you tonight. If you do have any questions, definitely hit us up on one of the pages. We are going to get into the outro, and we will give you all that social media information as we do that. No guests tonight, just me. We talked some news, lots of news about annual passes at 3 of the parks, had some openings, and we've got Rogers the Musical coming, so that's cool. Find us on social media. You can do it in a lot of different places. The easiest is going to be over on Facebook at DPI Podcast for the podcast side, at PATM Disney Travel for the travel side. Most of my main conversations are going to be on Twitter at Disney Insights over on Twitter. You can always find us on the YouTube channel, the Disney Planning Insights Podcast. Thank you guys all for watching, listening, everything that you do. Make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we will talk to you next week. Have a good week, everyone. Bye now.